guns, and yes, shock prints 3D guns. His name is Matt Larosiere. I got that right the second time. And he is a voice with a young libertarian group called Young Voices. This guy knows what he's talking about. Let's go print some guns.
I'm Matt Larosiere. I work in constitutional law. I write amicus briefs and write articles and try to raise awareness and advocate for various issue areas, primarily the Second Amendment and taxation. So using 3D printing can help you keep some stranger, older, more relic and curio weapons alive. But you really wouldn't want to depend on these parts because there's almost nothing that you can really safely make from brittle plastic. So people are really worried about these fully 3D printed guns like the Liberator, the Songbird, these guns that are made almost entirely from plastic. Of course, you still need a few metal components. They really can't be used in the way people are afraid of. People are afraid that you'll use it, you'll use its plastic capabilities to get through airport and use it to assassinate someone, something like that. With a completely plastic gun, with a plastic barrel, first of all, it has to be so large to be able to contain the pressure of even a relatively modest cartridge power-wise like the 380, that it's not very concealable. That all goes down the tubes. And then second of all, there's no reliable way to make plastic rifling. So you're going to have an unstable shot. So the effective range is only going to be about, I'd say, 20 feet. This just doesn't make sense when there are other options available. We know that the general public and the media reaction is not going to be informed. It's just going to be panic. And so this type of massive response of just constraint and doing everything you possibly can to push back on what is really an advancement in technology that's on net good is unsurprising from a culture of uninformed gun control alarmism. It's the same thing with the 3D printing files. We have these files out there to print your own gun, and when you print it, you have to follow the rules. So you follow the rules, you put in the requisite amount of metal so that it's detectable, because there's an act that says the gun can't be undetectable by a metal detector, and that's totally legal. It doesn't change the fact that you could potentially use this information, this file, to do something illegal does not change the fact that it's protected by the First Amendment. You can get a chemistry textbook that has all kinds of cool compounds in there that you're really not allowed to synthesize yourself. It doesn't make those compounds any less protected. It doesn't make the recipe, for what it's worth, any less protected. You'll always be able to get these files. I cannot imagine a United States, maybe in China we could find a way to prevent these files from being traded because everyone uses the government-controlled internet. But in the United States, I can't imagine a way to actually stop it, no. And so the big important thing here that I want people to notice is that it's not that 3D printing isn't important, it's not that it isn't great technology, it's that it just doesn't make a difference. It doesn't change anything. That's why you shouldn't be alarmed.